This is the recap of my first month on Accutane. I was on 20 milligrams a day for the first 30 days, and I am now 2 days into my second month on 30 milligrams. So for the first 30 days on Accutane, the side effects were very minimal. Again, for my weight, I'm 196 pounds or so. Body fat is roughly around 14%, so fairly decently sized, and 20 milligrams a day wasn't a whole lot. And to start the first couple weeks, the side effects were very manageable. If you watch my previous recap videos, you can see the side effects that are documented. I would say toward the third week or so, maybe the 22nd, 23rd day, is really when the side effects started to build up a little bit more. Still very manageable though. I was really starting to get dry skin around my nose. It was starting to flake and peel. So here, you can't really tell, but it was really peeling and flaking around the outsides of my nostrils. That started around day 22 or 23. My lips still have not cracked or really peeled or anything like that throughout the day, but they are very dry. They do peel in the morning, overnight. And as far as breakouts go, I did have a couple new larger cystic breakouts, but nothing too dramatic. So I wasn't purging or anything like that, I don't believe. If I was, I got pretty lucky. But as far as the existing breakouts and large sort of nodular cystic acne that I had prior going on to Accutane, a lot of that has calmed down and a lot of it has actually went away. So this is a fairly newer one that's actually on its way out, kind of popped. But along here, this jawline here, there was quite a few, and now some of them have disappeared, but most, if not all of them, have actually gotten smaller. Same thing on this side. So this is I think a newer one that came around probably 2 weeks ago, but is on its way out. And then most of the existing ones though are all gone, or much smaller. So there was also some breakouts here that were coming in, and on this side here, they've actually gone away. There's a couple that are still there, but they're smaller. So I do think that the drug is working. I didn't start seeing positive results until, like I said, probably 23 days in. And that's right around the time I started noticing some more side effects. The one side effect that I did report in my previous video, one of my previous videos, was flaking of the scalp. And I think I've mitigated that with some various oils that I put in my hair at night and rub into my scalp, because since then I really haven't had too much flaking. However, over the last couple days, my scalp has been periodically pretty dry and itchy. So that has been a newer side effect, and that was probably around my 27th day is when that started. But again, I just put on a little bit of rosehip oil and massage it into my scalp every night, and it's really manageable. I did notice the last couple days as well, if I blows my nose at all, there is a slight faint trail of like blood, just a little bit, just out of one nostril. So I know bloody noses can be a side effect as well. But so far I haven't really had a random bloody nose or anything like that. It's just been literally maybe 3 times where I've blown my nose and there's just been a slight little pink kind of spot of blood. So monitoring that. My eyes have been, again, the same as the first few weeks, periodically dry, still wearing contacts for most of the days and feeling definitely fine. I will also say a newer side effect, and I've done a lot of research kind of on Reddit and other places that I can find, is that the blackheads on my nose and around my cheek area, those have become more pronounced, and some people say it's part of the purge. Other people say it's just like old dried sebum that's being secreted, and as your pores close up a little bit. But I'm not really sure how true that is, because these people are on Reddit and they're all not doctors. But I have noticed that. So I don't know if you can really tell here, but there was a point the other day where, I think day 28, where they were just like every single pore on my nose was full. So it looked like just massive kind of blackheads, not black, but more like a tannish color. I did try to pop them actually and extract them myself. And along here, when I did so, the skin on my nose was very sensitive, which I didn't know, and I popped like a bunch of blood vessels. So there was kind of like this really superficial reddish bruising and blood vessels that were broken on this nostril that went away over, I think, the course of a few days. But that was something that was new. So I think this last week or so on 20 milligrams is when my skin has really started to become more dry and more sensitive and more delicate. Outside of that, I think everything else has been going pretty well. Exercising fine. My joints will seem a little bit more sore, especially my knees, if I lift heavier or if I do a lot of running, things like that. But again, that goes away in about a day, and it typically isn't sore for the entire workout. It's probably just like the warm-up, and then once I get warmed up, everything is fine. So overall, the side effects have been very, very manageable, but again, a very low dose compared to my body weight and my body mass. So this next month here that I'm 2 days in on 30 milligrams a day, I anticipate side effects will become a little bit more intense, but hopefully still very manageable. My diet is still very clean. I do a very hormonal friendly diet for the most part. I haven't cut out all gluten or anything like that, but as far as my fats that help absorb the drug, every morning I'll have 1 apple and a avocado. I take that with my medication, with the Accutane, that I eat normally throughout the day, but that's been a staple of my regimen, eating a lot of healthier fats as far as like nuts and things of that nature. So trying to eat very healthy still, and I think that in concert with the medication, staying very, very hydrated, things have been going very well. So I think overall, like I said, the first 30 days have been really great, all things considered, and hopefully the next 30 days and moving forward, it will continue to do so. As far as the types of moisturizers or eye drops, things like that I've been using, I can certainly put links to those down below. But it's really been a combination of Cetaphil, CeraVe, the rosehip oil, and overall just staying moisturized at least once a day really has been helping out. Sunblock or sunscreen, a minimum of SPF 45 pretty much every single time I go out. On my face, I do at least 35, so unless I'm going to be outside for a while, then it's definitely 45 or higher. But no sunburns, no real true sun sensitivity insofar as me not being able to go outside. Skin is still certainly very sensitive compared to pre-Accutane, which my skin was never sensitive. But overall, that's pretty much it. So again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please reach out, and happy to go over my experience on these first 30 days. My next update will most likely just be a month from now, unless something dramatic happens, good or bad, with my skin on these 30 milligrams. But thanks for watching.